So I have been playing around with ChatGPT's Atlas for a few hours now and wanted to compare it with Comet by Perplexity and the browser company's Dia and see how they stack up. So few things about Atlas. I like the interface. It's very minimal, similar to Dia, and quite unlike Perplexity's Comet. So Comet has all these assistant, launch voice mode, summarize the current page, and enable voice dictation. And it feels crowded with all these bookmark button, copy link button. They're useful, but it can get quite crowded here. Whereas Dia has a very nice, simple interface without it being too crowded. So coming back to Atlas, I like that you can change the accent color here, and the changes that you make here also makes the change in the mobile app that you use. I accidentally discovered this last night when I changed the color here, and the mobile app also had the same color. So, things that I like about this browser is it's very simplistic. It just has this chat bar, which is basically, the chat GPT sidebar and the Ask ChatGPT button. One thing that I found was this ChatGPT button does not showcase the relevant suggestions when you open any site. So it's just generic things that it shows you. So let's say I went to a movie page like Inception, it's still the same thing here. And it does not show any search suggestion when I start typing. What other movies? So nothing. Whereas this works well in Perplexity. So if I open Inception Assistant, what other movies has Leonardo? Yeah, it fails at that point. It doesn't really work, but at least it shows search suggestions as you start typing. Dia also doesn't have this, so if I'm on Inception and I start a chat, let's say a new chat, at least it has these buttons explain, analyze, and summarize, which would make it a bit easier. But what other movies? Yeah, it doesn't do that. Also, it can't attach other tabs. So if I'm in a tab and I want to reference other tab to compare products or something, there's no way to do that here. It only has one this thing. Whereas both Dia and Perplexity does this. So if I'm on Inception and let's say I open Interstellar, go to the IMDb and I want to compare it, that was a new one. Okay, I'm somehow getting error when I'm trying to access other sites. Although it does work usually. And it also works in this. So if I open Interstellar, and I want to reference other tab, Inception, and compare these movies. Also, these movies aren't supposed to be like compared, but still, compare these movies just for this example. It'll like read those tabs and does the comparison. Other things. Okay, let's go to other things. Skills and shortcuts. So, skills is something that Dia surfaced and then Comet copied. Skills is very interesting. So, if you do hash, it brings up a bunch of skills. So, I can just click on this, enter. Yeah, and it reviewed. And you can like get other skills also. So these are the skills that come with Dia. And here are other skills that you can try and add to Dia. Skills are like shortcuts or even Chrome extensions which you can like add. So you don't have to do the prompt engineering or write the whole thing again and again. You can just click one button and get it quickly. Comet also brought this as shortcuts. So if this thing is working, I'll try this on another page. Let's say Inception. Okay. So here, if I type in hash, yes. So these are some of the ones that I made. You can easily create a shortcut. So if I do cut chase, enter. So this was the prompt that I had given it. And it just brings in the core message, which currently is lacking in this one. Next is search. Search is where something fresh is being done by ChatGPT. So let's say I search for something again. Uh, let's go with Inception. So you see this? It surfaces 10 most relevant links. You can actually even do search here. So if I search for Inception, I get the Wikipedia page, Netflix, where I can directly watch Inception, the Warner Brothers YouTube trailer, and Rotten Tomato ratings. So other than that, if I like search for weather, it works for some things well, and it doesn't work for other things. So if I search for weather, Weather Underground, AccuWeather, Yahoo, Wikipedia, so those links, you can like directly click and go to that. If I search for some show, The Office, again, Wikipedia, IMDb, Netflix, Peacock TV, Instagram. Let's say if I search for some stars like The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, his Instagram account, his X account, IMDb, his Facebook page. So this is actually quite useful. And let's say if I click enter, you get to see that 10 links here also on top, and then the images, and then the usual chat that you can do. If you click, you get 10 links and only 10 links, which is okay because who actually goes to the second page on Google search these days anyway? Then you can see the images, videos, which pulls from YouTube and shows only 5 videos, and then the news, which again is 10 latest links. This actually is nice. I'd still prefer Google's knowledge panel, and you can easily do that also. So the rock, I can instead click this and get to the Google search. And this is a much better interface. I can get the profiles here, see what other people also have searched for, or relevant searches, the knowledge panel about him, his movies, and yeah, the links which these days people rarely click, but still, it's there. So this is best of both worlds. Being the ability to like search for someone in Google as well as in ChatGPT. And for most of the searches, you can like get away with this links or whatever you want, images, news, instead of like going to Google. Perplexity also has this, but doesn't work that well. So the rock, this is what you get, nothing else. Let's say if you're searching for a movie like Inception. So what I've changed here is I've made Google the default search engine because I don't want to search in Perplexity for everything, but just to like compare Inception, this is how it would showcase it. And in Dia, if I search for something, Inception search, it searches Google, but Dia does smarter. Whereas if I'm like searching for that particular term, it intelligently routes to either Google or the search interface. So, what is the general consensus about Inception movie? So, you can either chat or search on Google. So, this intelligent routing is good. Again, you get the normal chat interface with this, but ChatGPT wins here. They are like trying to replace Google with this. And yeah, 10 links, relevant sites, images, videos, and news items. That's pretty much what I want for most of the searches. I'll still be going to Google for a lot of things, but this is a good first step. Next is the text refinement. So, in any text field that you type in, let's say here, um, testing Chat GPT Atlas, and it is pretty good. So if I select the text, this tiny dot comes here. I can click this and make this funny and insightful. So it did that. Testing ChatGPT Atlas, and it feels like the browser just got self-aware. It's taking notes on me while I am taking notes on it, kind of like two mirrors staring at each other, but with better productivity. That's nice enough. I can just update and it'll replace it, or make it into pirate talk. Let's see how that goes. R. I be testing this chat GPT Atlas and blast me barnacles. This browser's gone and grown a brain. It's watching me take notes while I'm watching it take notes on me, like two mirrors facing off in a sea of smarty sorcery. I can just click update and yeah. So this works in any text field and it's super useful. Like, having all that intelligence of ChatGPT here, right here, in any text field that you are on. Another thing that I liked, which gives me little arc vibes, is this little functionality. Other sites open in a mini window. What it essentially does is something like, let me like find a link to like click on. Okay, this one. So when I click on it, it opens a mini window which you can like browse around, go to a different one. You can expand it into a full window or just close it. So this is useful. It's like having that little Arc. I miss Arc. It was one heck of a browser. So yeah, the only issue is I have to like do this for every tab. Uh, Hopefully ChatGPT, brings it into a shortcut. If I like click on Shift plus a link, it should automatically like open it in a mini window. So yeah, this is one useful feature. Another thing is agentic browsing, in which ChatGPT does the browsing for you. So let's say agent mode. I'm not sure if I can yeah, I can just click on this and click on agent mode and go to Amazon and add to cart, cart, uh, tofu and Nintendo Switch. Let's see how that goes. So yeah, it opened Amazon. I'm not signed in on this, so let's see how it handles that. You get to like take control anytime you want, which is a good thing. So adding that to the cart. Okay, Nintendo Switch. Come on, the next item. Apparently, Nintendo Switch 2 is available here. I just recently purchased the one, so I'm not gonna purchase two. Like few months back, and I'm enjoying it quite a lot. It's a nice little device. I wonder how quickly Comet does the same thing. So I'll copy this, go over to Comet and Assistant, go to Amazon and click. It's doing that. It's doing it in a mini window here. So if I like click on it, I'll see. Here I'm signed in, so let's see which one does it faster. Oh, it has added both the things. I've added both the items to the cart successfully. Includes, would you like me to proceed with the checkout? Pretty cool. Even though I'm not signed in, I think while signing in, it'll say that. Whereas this one, it's adding light. Not sure why it shows light. Whereas this one has done it correctly. I didn't mention Nintendo Switch 2. I just said Nintendo Switch. So I would want it to be Switch OLED. Whereas this has added Nintendo Switch Lite to it. Okay. It was my default browser for the last few weeks, ever since I got access to it, but I have changed it to Atlas now. So yeah, that was successful. I did a similar agentic uh, browsing yesterday where I wanted it to like answer the unanswered reviews of this business that I take care of, and Atlas was not able to like properly do it. It kept looping into new reviews, not the unanswered reviews, and I had to like take over and do it. So I think when it comes to agentic capabilities, Perplexity is a bit ahead right now, although it's a bit slow. It works well. ChatGPT is getting there. I mean, this browser has been like a few hours old at this point, but I think it can improve and even get ahead of Perplexity. Let's see how that goes. So, conclusion. That's all the features that it has currently. What it does best is, again, the browser is very simple, minimalistic. It looks good. You can like change the accent color. It has a chat bar. Yes, this one, which not sure how useful that is, but it's there. Perplexity also does the same thing. It has like, you click here and get all the sidebar and everything. Uh, the screen, it would have been better if I can like put in some of my bookmarks and other things here. Just the chat interface, the ability to customize it would be great. Perplexity does that. So here, this is nice. I can like add and edit widgets. Dia, again, very simplistic, but it has like skills. I'm not sure what review is. Okay, that's a recently used skill. So that's there. This doesn't show bookmarks bar at all. Like you have to like show bookmarks bar and it then shows up everywhere. Same thing with this, like show bookmarks bar, it starts showing and then will show everywhere. I just want bookmarks bar in a new tab, not every tab that I'm on. Diaz does this well. So bookmarks is shown here, but new tab in any page that I'm on, it doesn't show up there, which is actually good. So all three browsers does pretty much the same thing. Uh, Perplexity is good. Dia is good. Dia has skills. It can like reference multiple tabs. So that's a good thing. Skills. It also uses ChatGPT 5 underneath. Dia uses Perplexity is again using Perplexity. So you can't really change that. So what is the advantage that ChatGPT has over these two browsers? So one of the advantage is if you're already a ChatGPT customer, it has all your previous chats and you have memory enabled. It's just better to use this browser because yeah, the context, you no longer have to like copy paste stuff into ChatGPT if you prefer ChatGPT, that is, over Dia or Perplexity. Yeah, all the context is like right there. You don't have to copy paste, and once you like start using it and it gains more memory from what you serve and the things that you look at, it's just gonna get better and more personalized. So you can like ask it to write something in your tone and it'll be able to like do that. Whereas Dia, again, you have to like it's free, but if you do a lot of like searches or chatting with it, you'll have to like pay another $20 for it. But if you're already paying for ChatGPT, there's no reason to like pay for Dia also. Perplexity, I'm a paid Perplexity member, but I prefer it. I prefer ChatGPT over Perplexity. Just the way. ChatGPT talks and the intelligence that it has is slightly better than Perplexity, even though Perplexity has various models that you can like change here to ChatGPT and all those things. I still prefer, you know, ChatGPT. It's just slightly better. The way that you can like have conversation with it is better. So yeah, my preference would be there. That is the thing that ChatGPT has going for it. If you're already a member, this will like make your life easier, uh, more personalized answers, more personalized suggestions. So it'll just improve your workflow. Things I'd like for it to have, again, context-aware suggestions instead of these generic ones. Let me like add skills or faster prompts. So not these things, but prompts. I've heard that ChatGPT is already working on it, so that might be a good thing. Yeah, that might just solve this particular issue. And I would want to like attach other tabs, not just one, and cross-reference them, or all the tabs that are open and cross-reference them. That'll be useful. Give me some more customizations on this page. Let me keep the bookmarks bar here. Uh, Tab grouping and some other things. That would be nice. So if a video is playing, I can just directly click on it and mute it. That would be useful. Like tiny things. And again, Comet, let's not even go there in terms of polish. But Dia does polish really well, especially the auto PIP, which I really enjoy. So any YouTube video that you're on, if I'm like watching this and go to another tab, it automatically does the PIP. And the thing is, I can just do this, pinch and zoom, which works really well, or flick it around, which is very useful. And it gives me controls to play, pause, go back, go forward, which again is useful. This does not do that. So here, let's say I'm on this video. Here, I go to another tab. It doesn't do auto PIP. I have to like click here and show on desktop. Click on show on desktop. And I have to like do this instead of just pinching and zooming here and no controls. So that would be useful. Yeah. Those are the few wishes that I have that Atlas will bring to ChatGPT will bring to its browser. But overall, a solid, good first step, and I'm pretty sure they'll improve it over time, and it'll be a really good browser to have. I have actually been using Safari since I like started using Mac instead of Chrome, and when Perplexity came, I started using that because yes, it just makes workflow so much easier. But I always wanted ChatGPT to like come up with a browser because all my context and conversations are with ChatGPT. So that memory uh, and context, if it was in the like same browser, it will be so much easier and so much faster for my workflows. So I'm really glad that ChatGPT has introduced and released its own browser. Again, next thing is like, improve it, make it even better, bring in the tiny things that the browser company does, like make which makes the browsing, and because you're on the browser for like what 8-10 hours a day, most of the time is spent in a browser, so make it delightful to use. That's pretty much it. This was a review of all three browsers that is AI first. There are other browsers also like Edge and Opera released Neon, but I don't use Edge because I really don't like the Microsoft ecosystem. Most of my stuff is in Google ecosystem and Apple ecosystem. So I tend to like keep away from Microsoft ecosystem. And yeah, Edge doesn't go well for me. And Opera Neon, I haven't bothered with it. So the three browsers that I use and tested are Dia, Perplexity, Comet, and now this thing, Atlas. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have used it, if you find it useful. What are your views on it? I'd love to hear. Thank you.